Anthony Seibold has parted ways with the Brisbane Broncos. An announcement will be made at 9 a.m. Australian time. There will be a press conference live in the morning. But this has been a disastrous period of time for the club. The issues at the club, however, do predate Anthony Seibold, but this season has been nothing short of disastrous. The way they ended their finals appearance with a record-breaking loss to Parramatta probably didn't help the situation, but the first two rounds, the signs looked promising. It looked like they had learnt the lessons from the season before, where they scraped into the top 8. It looked like he'd learnt the lessons, they'd implemented some new tactics, they were 2-0 going into the lockdown. But as soon as play returned, something didn't seem right. The players and the squad seemed off. They couldn't really get going. They've only won one game since the resumption of play. They're second bottom on the ladder. They have the worst defence in the league. They are lucky not to be propping up the table. Canterbury have shown a lot of fight in their games, and you wouldn't bet against Canterbury winning a couple of games to see out the season, and Brisbane slipping into the wooden spoon position. Now, Seibold's gone, but the time in charge has been a mess. And this season has been nothing short of disastrous. Player ill discipline off the field, breaching lockdown protocols, the Pangai situation with alleged third-party payments that haven't been declared to the NRL, so the integrity unit has to now show its muscle and really investigate this. But Seibold signed a 5-year contract with the option of a 6th year. Now, initially, in 2018, when he was coaching the Rabbitohs and won Coach of the Year, he was penciled in to start coaching in 2020, which seemed a bit bizarre, that you would announce a coach 2 years out to replace a coach to go the other way to South Sydney and Wayne Bennett. Wayne Bennett's time at Brisbane ended badly. Some bridges were burned. The feud between the two hasn't helped the situation. There's obviously been these online rumours and allegations and smears on social media against Anthony Seibold, which has now led to legal ramifications. He spent the last 2 weeks in Sydney with his family, dealing with family issues, so he broke the bubble protocols, went to Sydney. It's understood that he will return tomorrow, UK time, or in the morning, give a press conference, talk to the playing squad, explain what's going on, clear out his office and go back to Sydney. But the situation at Brisbane, there's issues with squad management, player development, the salary cap is a mess, and the Pangai situation now lingers over the club. So the rebuild for Brisbane is going to be difficult. They could be docked points, they could be heavily fined, both. We have to see what happens with the NRL integrity unit's investigation into Pangai's juniors' third-party payments that are alleged haven't been declared to the NRL, although there are members of the club saying they have been prim and proper, they've been thorough, they have declared it, and there are other sources within the club saying, no, this is not being cleared. What third-party payments, what's Pangai on about? But the whole situation of player ill discipline with players breaching lockdown restrictions, poor performances, and their shocking defence. Let's not get around with their playing performances have been absolutely diabolical since the return to play, with only one win since round 3. There's 5 rounds left. That is shocking. 1 win in 13 is unheard of for Brisbane. They've never been this bad. They have missed finals before, but they've never been this poor, winning only 3 games so far this season. But something has clearly happened within that lockdown period between round 2 and round 3. Something has clearly unsettled the playing squad, unsettled Anthony Seibold, and it's carried on all season. The performances haven't been there. The lack of effort has been noted in a lot of games where players are just not defending properly. They're not putting energy into their performances. So whoever comes in permanently to replace Seibold next season is going to have a very, very tough job. Kevin Walters is the favourite, and he is a club legend himself. Green, the former Cowboys coach, is also linked with Suncorp Stadium and Brisbane. It will be interesting who gets named coach. And what changes they implement, but things don't look like they're going to get any better anytime soon. The 2 games without Seibold behind the bench, they've lost, and they are staring at a wooden spoon. If Canterbury can continue to be, high energy team, they might get a win or 2, and then that really puts the spotlight firmly on Brisbane getting their first wooden spoon. They've never had a wooden spoon before. This doesn't happen to Brisbane, but you can look at off-field stuff as well in the front office, in the backroom office. There's a whole host of problems. And the salary cap management is an issue. But the thing, they've handled it badly. The fact they signed him to a 5-year deal with the option of a sixth, his payout is going to be interesting. There are some sources saying he'll just get the rest of this season and next season payout, which is about $1 million, or he'll get a full payout for the full length of contract, which will be 3 remaining seasons plus the rest of this season. That is a lot of money that Brisbane will be paying him to go away. But there's a lot of problems there. Whoever comes in is going to have a very, very tough task in turning this around. But a lot of the issues are off-field. Yes, the playing group has underperformed for the quality they have on that roster. But the off-field structures of the club need to be assessed, looked at. They need to have a full, thorough review. Because if Brisbane are to get back into the top 8, back into the top 4, and become Premiership contenders, it could take a long time. This may not be an easy fix. That some are suggesting they have to look at the salary cap, they have to look at their squad and what they're paying players and the squad makeup, because there's a lot of young players there who are lacking in confidence, lacking in direction, and the leadership group has failed as well. This is not just on Seibold, this is on the whole club, from the CEO, the chairman, the playing group, the off-field staff, and Seibold himself. But there's a lot of questions that need to be answered in order for Brisbane to fix this mess. But I'm going to leave that there. Please leave your thoughts below, and I'll have some more videos for you very, very soon.